the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Rose really had a good quarter. He's got 14 points. He's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
His outside stroke has looked really good today.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. The Trailblazers have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And in general, this has been a very good foul shooting team, about 79% on the season.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Here's Rose. The shot is off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And I think everybody who was at that game would agree it was their defense that really won it for them.
Yeah, they were all over the place, flying all over the court on D. The kind of hustle that pays off big time for you.
At the line for the Trailblazers,
Nicholas Batum, the 25th pick back in 2008. He's played his entire career, Steve, with this Blazer team.
Yeah, and a coveted player league-wide, Kevin, because he plays both ends. Excellent defender. He's got that length, good three-point shooter. And remember, the Timberwolves tried to sign him as a restricted free agent a couple of years ago, but the Blazers matched that 4-year, $46 million offer.
A chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Jimmy.
Well, interestingly, guys, Joakim Noah draws inspiration from music. Not the typical selections you might think. He is a huge reggae fan. Noah said, quote, "People think reggae is such happy music, but really listen to the lyrics. It's about empowerment. It's about uniting people. It gives me strength on the floor. Guys?"
Noah, definitely a unique player and character in the NBA. Good to see. Good kid. Thank you, Doris. Well, you got to help out the team whenever you can, and this group of shooting guards have helped out on the glass for their respective teams this year. You look at Butler, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
And you know what he gives away in terms of size to other big men down low, he makes up for with his agility and determination. That's what makes him such an outstanding rebounder.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to one thing you said there, Steve, is determination. You can't be as good a rebounder as he is from the 2-guard spot without significant determination and effort. I mean, and he brings it every night. And, you know, Batum is viewed as a potential defensive stopper. Has not quite reached that level yet, struggling against stronger 3 men, but his length and mobility do make him a factor.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this 3rd quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
Lillard outside. Shoots from 12. Lopez kicks to Batum. Matthews with it. Butler covering. Here's Aldridge. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. And Moore subbed in for Derrick Rose. And Portland with a change here, too. Leonard, he's checked in for Lopez. Gasol passes to Butler. Butler can't get that one to fall.
Well, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Leonard. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Brooks for 3. And he gets it to go.
3.
Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
The defense sagged off, and, you know, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Batum attacking. It's Matthews on the wing. They get the rebound. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Aaron Brooks. Second shot opportunity. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Damian Lillard drafted with the 6th pick back in 2011. That pick, guys, acquired from the Nets in an exchange for Gerald Wallace. Steve, I'd say a pretty good trade for the Blazers.
Yeah, well, remember the Nets were in win-now mode. They were trying to keep Darren Williams happy, so they felt like the trade for Wallace would do that. The Blazers, in turn, I mean, they were rebuilding, and so they found the perfect deal at the right time and ended up drafting the future Rookie of the Year.
Brooks with no one around. Again, the miss by Brooks.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now. Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Both teams will make substitutions.
One thing that Damian Lillard has made abundantly clear in his first few seasons in the league is that he is a force when the game is in its late stages. Just steps things up in a big way every fourth quarter.
Now the feed
CJ
to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Look at that lead up and down the court. They have been in complete control all night.
It's kept this building as quiet as a library. These fans have had nothing to cheer for.
And that's his second three-pointer of this half. Looks like he's starting to forget about that poor first half he had.
And again, it's Portland converting.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here's Rose. 1 second left. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Rose has got 16. Bulls trail by 18. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler back. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Mirotic in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Trailblazers shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Blake dishes to Matthews. Matthews left side. Butler with the steal. Oh, and here comes Rose. Oh, look out.
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and Steve a wrist breaker.
Outrageous, man.
A second chance effort. Feeds it to McCollum. Here's the 3.
CJ McCollum.
Shot's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
There's the dish to Noah. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Rose. That one a little long. Trailblazers leading by 19. Here's McCollum. From outside, off the mark. The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Rose against Matthews. Rose in the post. 4 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Mirotic.
That's how to make your mark on the board with an emphatic finish.
Oh, Clark, he was savage on that second opportunity.
Well, those are the types of possessions that are really demoralizing for a defense, guys.
So both teams changing it up here. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Stolen by Brooks. In the corner, it's McDermott. From the arc. Out to Brooks. Fires the three. Portland grabs the miss. Aldridge has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Defensive foul.
That'll go on
Doug
McDermott.
McDermott.
That'll be his second foul
That's
of the
his
game.
second personal foul. First team
And over
foul.
2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Aldridge kicks to Blake. From past the arc.
Steve Blake.
That one goes.
For
Count.
three.
And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Definitely a big improvement in their shooting from what we saw before the break.
Matthews into the lane.
2 minutes.
Outside, Batum. Floats one up. That's good.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end. He's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're losing by 22. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Some changes for Chicago. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Gasol kicks to Rose. Goes back up.
Trailblazers
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have shot
At the
for any
line for the
point guard.
Bulls, 2
He
shots.
said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. You didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
And Rose working to develop his floater with, Steve, his left hand as well.
Well, you don't see many players who can make a floater with either hand. I mean, something like that with his quickness, that would be impossible to defend.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for Portland.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
They were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line. You can see it.
I know exactly what you're referring to, Steve. With this victory, they'll win this season series 2-1.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Lillard. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Rose kicks to Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Claver, the pass to Barton. Dishes to McCollum. And the foul on Derrick Rose.
At the line for the Trailblazers, C.J. McCollum.
That free throw, no good.
Taking 2 shots.
Chicago making a switch here. He hits the second from the line. Brooks with it. And so Portland takes